Welcome back to my Myrtle Beach real estate video blog, where I'm bringing you relevant topics about our local real estate market here along the Grand Strand. Thanks as always for joining me. And you probably won't believe me, but I promise you it's January and we're on the beach and it's about mid-70s right now. So we're excited to have Simon Phillips with us today. Simon is the president and owner of AHG Professional Painting here along the Grand Strand. So thanks for joining us, Simon.
Thanks, Greg.
Appreciate it. And you know, I get a lot of questions about how to stage a house. And one of the simplest way to stage a home and to improve the home and the presentation is through using paint. And so I'm going to ask Simon a couple questions on how to maximize the dollars you spend and how to maximize how we can improve the home and how the home will show using paint. So Simon, let's jump right in.
Okay.
The first question I wrote down is, do you have some recommendations for wall colors? Because I get that question quite a bit.
Sure. One of the most important things about wall colors, you don't want distracting colors on the walls. The homeowner or the potential buyer comes in to look at the home. They want to envision themselves in the home. They want to envision their wall art up on the walls, and that's why you want to stay with a very neutral color. You don't have to necessarily go stark white. There's some light yellows and taupes that will work very well and still give you that home, that feel of home.
So no like purple right when you walk in, right?
Right. We want to stay away from purple. Maybe,
okay.
You know, if you want to maybe introduce a little bit of flair, maybe put it at the front door.
Okay.
Leave it at the front door.
I got you.
All right.
Okay, good. Thank you. How about wallpaper? Because I mean, wallpaper is a biggie. Should people remove their wallpapers? You leave it? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I would recommend if number one, if it's outdated, it needs to go. Number two, if it's not very becoming, it needs to go. If it's fresh and good-looking paper and it's in good condition, you might consider keeping it. But when you remove paper, if you are going to remove it, we do recommend going with the low sheen paint. You don't want to go with a semi-gloss or a satin necessarily after you remove wallpaper. It could be a lot of little nicks and dings in the wall after the wallpaper is removed. So low sheen paint is very friendly and it'll hide a lot of that.
That's a good thought. I never would have thought of that, Simon. All right, outdoor stuff. What can we do to maximize if we're going to do some painting on the outside? What are some ideas you got there?
Okay. The first thing you see when you drive up to the house is the mailbox and the mailbox post. So we would recommend as painters to make sure your mailbox post has a fresh coat of paint on it. Next thing you're going to see is you're going to walk up to the front door. Your realtor might be having a hard time opening up the lockbox on the front door. Sure. So your potential buyer standing there waiting on you to open the lockbox, he's got nothing else better to look at than the front door. So you want to make sure you got a fresh coat of paint onto your front door. And then going into the backyard, if you've got any fencing, we'd recommend you paint or stain your fencing as well as your decks. Talk about outdoor living space, so important. That's what people are really looking for, a nice outdoor living space to go and escape.
Yeah.
And so you want that fresh. If it's stained, restain it. Make sure it's pressure washed. And if the decks need to be painted, make sure you go with a good high quality deck paint and go ahead and freshen them up as well.
Good. Yeah, great ideas, Simon. I appreciate it. And you know, there's really always three things that help sell a home. And it's not just location, location, location. That's one of them. Location, certainly pricing it competitively. But then number three is condition of your home. And these are some simple tips to increase the saleability of the property if you're looking to sell your home. These are some easy tips you can use, some that I learned today that I wasn't thinking of. So thanks as always for joining me. Simon's website is paintingmyrtlebeach.com. If you want to get a hold of Simon or myself, give me an email, or shoot me an email, give me a call, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Bye-bye.